Welcome to me squaring up a quilt that is horribly unstraight in a tiny space. I like to use my largest square ruler, which is my 16-inch one, and my Ergo rotary cutter. I like to start with the worst corner, and using some lines on my quilt as reference points, I line up my ruler as square as possible with this first corner. I trim the excess and then move on to each of the other corners on this quilt. I am less concerned with the quilt being square, as in all the lengths and widths being the same at this moment, as just squaring up these corners. Having square corners is the key to making sure that we can even out the middle parts of the quilt. Pro tip, adding a piece of fabric lets you check your tension without having to stitch on your quilt. Genius, right? We're going to trim the middle of the quilt using the longest ruler I have, which is my 6x24 inch. Using my newly cut edge, I can line up my ruler along two sides to make sure that my line is going to be square. Working from the edge into the middle, we can make sure that our line is going to be nice and straight all the way across the quilt. This is particularly important if you have a quilt where the length or width varies throughout the quilt. This happens to the best of us, and it's not a big deal. Nobody will know, even if you lose a point or 2 or 10. And once you wash it, no one's even going to know if it's completely straight or not. Don't stress the small stuff, just have fun.